After more than a decade as an official WCA event, Clock is officially coming to an end. A few days ago, the World Cube Association announced one of the biggest changes in competitive cubing history. Starting next year, Clock will be removed from WCA competitions and replaced by Face Turning Octahedron, better known as FTO. This is the first time in years that the WCA has removed an official event, and it has created one of the biggest debates the cubing community has seen. So why is Clock being removed? Why was FTO chosen as its replacement? And what does this mean for the future of speed cubing? When people think of speed cubing, they usually imagine a Rubik's Cube. Turning layers, solving pieces, using algorithms. But Clock was always different. Instead of moving pieces around, Clock is a puzzle based around gears, pins, and dials. The goal is simple: turn all 18 clocks to 12. But solving it quickly is anything but simple. Clock became an official WCA event in 2010, and over the years it built its own dedicated community. Competitors developed advanced methods, manufacturers created better puzzles, and world-class specialists pushed the event to incredible levels. For many cubers, Clock wasn't just another event. It was a completely unique challenge. So why would the WCA remove an event that has been around for so long? The main reason comes down to the direction of competitive cubing. The WCA has always been based around twisty puzzles where pieces move around through turns and rotations. Events like 3x3, 4x4, Megaminx, and Pyraminx all share that same idea. Clock is different. While it is an incredibly difficult puzzle, it does not have the same piece-based structure as most WCA events. Over time, some members of the community questioned whether Clock still fit the future of competitive speed cubing. Another factor is participation. Compared to many other events, Clock has a smaller competitive scene. At competitions, organizers have limited time and resources. Every event requires extra scrambling, judging, and scheduling. So the WCA had to make a decision: keep an event with a long history, or make room for something new. That new event is Face Turning Octahedron. FTO is an octahedron-shaped twisty puzzle that looks completely different from a traditional cube. But unlike Clock, FTO follows many of the ideas that define modern speed cubing. It has moving pieces, it has layers, it has algorithms, it has the same kind of problem solving that cubers are already familiar with. Over the last few years, FTO has grown rapidly. More people have started learning it. Better versions of the puzzle have been released, and a competitive community has formed around it. For many people, FTO feels like a natural evolution at WCA events. Replacing an official event is a massive decision. The WCA could not just pick any random puzzle. The replacement needed to be something that could support a serious competitive scene. FTO brings several things to the table: a completely new challenge, a fresh group of competitors, new methods to discover, and potentially, new world records that could become some of the most exciting moments in cubing. Every major event started small. Pyraminx, Scube, Megaminx. They all had to grow into the events they are today. FTO now gets that same opportunity. Of course, not everyone is happy. For Clock competitors, this is the end of an era. People have spent years mastering finger tricks, methods, and strategies. Some competitors have built their entire cubing careers around Clock. Removing it means that all of those official competitions and records will become part of WCA history. But others see this change as necessary. They believe the WCA needs to continue evolving. Speed cubing has never stayed the same. New puzzles appear, new records are broken, new generations of cubers arrive. And sometimes, moving forward means saying goodbye to the past. The removal of Clock marks a major moment in competitive cubing. For the first time in years, the list of WCA events is changing. Clock will always have a place in cubing history. It introduced thousands of people to a completely different style of solving. But now, FTO gets its chance. The future of competitive cubing is changing. And in a few years, people might look back at this moment the same way they look back at the introduction of other iconic events. A moment where speed cubing entered a new era. What do you think about the WCA replacing Clock with FTO?